Fidelity Inventory, or TFI, is an assessment on PBIS assessments that provides reports on Tier 1, Tier 2, and Tier 3 levels of PBIS implementation. This video series includes 4 parts: preparation, completion and recording, reviewing and analyzing, and action planning using the TFI. This video focuses on completing and recording the TFI scores. My name is Celeste Rossetto-Dickey, and I'll be presenting the information in this video. The PBIS Assessment Coordinator for your school or district will open the survey and add users to PBIS Assessment so that team members can view the reports. If you don't have a PBIS Assessment Coordinator, identify someone in your school or district and complete the local coordinator form, which is available in the resources section of the PBISapps.org website. We offer webinars and videos to provide training to the PBIS Assessment Coordinator. Teams can complete the TFI in a variety of ways. Use a projector to log into PBIS Assessment, pull up the TFI so everyone can see, and enter in the TFI scores as the team answers them. Or you could provide hard copies of the TFI for the team members and then either have one person write down the answers or complete it online as you work through the TFI. It's important to provide team members with a hard copy or an electronic copy of the TFI prior to the meeting. One recommendation for getting maximum team member voice is for one person to read the item, and then on a count of 3, each team member votes with a 0, 1, or 2 using their fingers. The majority is the score that is entered. There may be some discussion or clarification of the items. However, the discussion should be brief. Remind the team that this isn't a time for action planning. As educators, we often want to jump to problem solving. Let them know at the next meeting the focus will be on action planning. The team will have access to the complete Tier 1, Tier 2, and/or Tier 3 sections of the TFI. Each tier has a companion preparation tool that will assist in answering some of the TFI items. The coach or coordinator, as they log in to access the TFI, then the scores can be entered. Start over on 30. The coach or coordinator will log into PBIS Assessments to access the TFI. The scores are entered into PBIS Assessments, and the team will have access to the reports within a few minutes after being submitted. We're going to do a demonstration and log into PBIS applications. The first step is to log into PBISapps.org as a coordinator or user, and if you have access, PBIS Assessment will show on the top black bar. Click on PBIS Assessment, and the dashboard will open up. You'll be able to see the open surveys that you have, and across the top, the surveys, organizations, users, and reports. Your coordinator will open the survey here, and usually has done that prior to you taking this survey. We'll go down to the school-wide Tiered Fidelity Inventory 2.1, click there, and it will open up a list of the schools that are able to take this. We're going to be looking at Wayside School, and Wayside School is going to take the survey today. So I'm going to click on Take Survey, and this will bring up the first part of the PBIS TFI inventory. The first thing to do is to enter the date. Since we're doing this today, I'm going to click on February 28th. However, you can back enter as needed. There's a couple of questions to ask. So the members completing this inventory at this time, we do recommend that the team and external coach do that. However, there are a couple other options there as well. And then the TFI walkthrough, again, for this we recommend an external reviewer. Click there or one of the other options. And then the green button to go to the next section. This is the start of the TFI for Tier 1. As you notice across the top, it has the subscale, feature, possible data sources, scoring criteria, and then over here is where you score. So for the first question, it's team composition, and the question includes who are members of your team. Do you have a systems coordinator or a facilitator? Do you have a school administrator, family member? Do you have individuals with various levels of expertise? Possible data sources refer to places where you might find that if you didn't readily know, although you may have a list right with your meeting minutes at the table. And then the scoring criteria. 0, Tier 1 team doesn't exist or does not include a coordinator, school administrator, or individuals with applied behavioral expertise. A 1, a point. For Tier 1 team exists but doesn't include all the identified roles or attendance of the members is below 80%. And the 2, if the Tier 1 team exists with a coordinator, administrator, and all identified roles represented, and attendance of all roles is at or above 80%. So for our school today, we're going to give them a 2. Just to show you today, I'm going to go briefly through Tier 1 to Tier 2. And as you can see, you will have time to discuss as needed. Do the 0, 1, 2 as you're accessing this to answer the items and come up with your majority. The team is able to complete Tier 1, Tier 2, and or Tier 3 of the TFI before submitting. For today, we're only doing Tier 1. Scroll down to the bottom, and then click the green arrow, which will submit. There are a few optional questions that come up once you submit, and as you can see, they're asking about information about Tier 1, Tier 2, and Tier 3. This is optional. You can enter the information or decide not to. For time purposes, we're going to just submit the survey. Once the survey is submitted, you'll get this thank you and let you know it's been submitted successfully. Now you're ready to move on to reviewing reports.